Today, when you walk through the home of Nelson L. Moody Sr., you can't help but feel the warmth and happiness that lives inside. It is almost always filled with laughter and the bustle of his three younger children, twins, Alexandria, Alexia, and Aaron. To Nelson, fatherhood is not just a title which one inherits when they have children. It is a badge of honor that is earned by providing his children with love, support, education, and guidance throughout their lives. Being a good father is the driving force behind all of Nelson's decisions, and the proof of that dedication is visible in the happy faces of his children. In 1984, Nelson fell in love and found a partner to share his life with. Having grown up without a role model or father figure in his own life, Nelson vowed to always be there for his family, that his children would never feel the sense of abandonment that he suffered. In 1985, Nelson fell in love and found a partner to share his life with. A year into their marriage, Nelson and his wife had a son. With the birth of Nelson L. Moody Jr., Nelson L. Sr. had a chance to be the father he never had. In 1996, Nelson's idea of happiness began to crumble. His marriage had failed, and after seeing no other solution, on July 1st, 1996, Nelson L. Moody Sr. filed for divorce with the Circuit Court of Maryland in Baltimore City. This decision would change the course of Nelson's life forever. The courts awarded Nelson joint custody, but Nelson didn't want to be a part-time father. Nelson set out to gain full custody. No easy task, since most courts have a maternal preference. As the divorce proceedings furthered and threat of Nelson obtaining full custody seemed inevitable, Nelson's wife, in a state of bitterness and anger, changed Nelson's life forever. With one word, his world fell dark. Child abuse. The nuclear weapon of a marital custody battle. And so began Nelson's battle to clear his name and fight for the right to raise his child. Allegations of child abuse are often created with the sole intention of swiftly obtaining child custody and higher maintenance payments. It is used to gain tactical advantage over the former spouse in the courtroom. And it works. Often with the accused losing visitation rights altogether. Nelson's fight for custody became an uphill battle. Although many teachers and friends within the community stood by his side, the accusation was held over him like a dark cloud. Unable to finance his legal team any longer, Nelson was forced to represent himself. Working tirelessly to support himself while researching case studies, Nelson's will and determination pushed him through many obstacles that would have made a lesser man give in. The backlash of the accusations followed him within the court systems, as well as in his personal life. No one would listen to his story, his job was at risk, and his son was lashing out in school. The court did not want to listen to the plight of a single man fighting for his rights, as a father and as a human being. No judge was willing to overturn the decision. The frustration of this led Nelson to take his case all the way to the Supreme Court. After years of struggle and hardship, when no one would listen and most turned their backs, Nelson's belief in himself carried him through till the end. Nelson was finally awarded joint custody of his son. The Goliath of the court system had been battled and lost. The experience has shaped Nelson's future and his passion for life. Nelson is the author of 4 publications: When a Judge Can't Judge, When a Judge Can't Judge 2, Men Are Loving and Caring Parents 2, and A Father's Self-Representation. Fathers are commonly the target of abuse allegations. Court attitudes must be altered to reflect the fact that children have an inalienable right to both parents. Where others would have given up, fell to their ill fate of misrepresentation, Nelson L. Moody Sr. was a man not willing to have his name discredited. In an act of true greatness, he challenged the authorities that threatened to break the bond between him and his family so that his son would always have his father.